Easier than it seems. It's just a matter of taking your time. Basically, you just want to kill the brutes off one by one, using the method we have been all along, plasma pistol, followed by a BR headshot or carbine, depending on what you're wielding. Now in this particular area, you do want to try to keep your distance a little bit, because your Marines are also here, and they will toss grenades. I've been killed here more times by Marines than by brutes. Now, in addition to the brutes on the lower floor, there'll be two jackals on the top floor. By themselves, they're typically not that dangerous. However, they can hit you with one of their charge shots and easily bring down your shields, in which case you'll be defenseless. They'll also provide you with extra plasma pistol ammo for later. Again, try to stay back and pick off the brutes as soon as their armor is down. The Marines usually do a pretty good job of this. And once the brutes on the ground floor are clear, we're going to move up and take out the ones at the far end. And this is essentially the method you're going to use for the first two hallways. Okay, if you notice the brutes on the far end, you can see them waist down, but they can't see you. So it'll be easy at this point to charge up your plasma pistol and range shoot them without them dodging. The Marines in the Arbiter will cause them to dodge just a little bit, but they will go back and hide behind things. So it won't be overly difficult. You just have to wait till everything calms down, and then you can pick off the brutes one by one. I'll just show you a little example here. Okay, now that they're hiding, it's a little bit easier to get the shot off. There you go. And you just do that with the rest of them, and that's how you deal with the first half of the barracks. Okay, in this next area, the brutes are bunched up, and you want to take out the brutes before the chieftain. It's easier to strafe back and forth through this door. If you need shields, you can let them charge to you. And using this method, it's very easy to take them out one at a time. Your Marines will provide adequate backup. They'll usually toss grenades, and they can usually take out the chieftain if you don't have the invincibility from the last one. Just take your time like before, and take out the brutes one by one. At this point, you should have plenty of plasma pistol ammo, and if you don't have one, use one of the plasma rifles dropped by the previous brutes. Once this carbine brute is down, then let the Marines deal with the chieftain. And that's the barracks. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to arm an invincible AI, such as the Arbiter, with any weapon. Go ahead and grab the War Chieftain's plasma cannon and drop it near the Arbiter. Make sure you're armed with the battle rifle. Now melee the Arbiter 5 times. And when the shields are crackling, headshot him and take away his weapons. And when he revives, oh mama. Okay, this next area is also considered to be one of the toughest battles in the game. Load up the elevator with lots of plasma pistols and plasma rifles from the previous battle. You should have a couple of Marines with you, and the Arbiter should be armed with the plasma cannon. And go ahead and drop that deployable cover right there in the corner which will help you when the carbine brutes start trying to snipe from the side. Okay, at this point you'll be meeting the jump jet brutes for the first time. It will be coming in 3 waves, and that little hole right there is what you're going to be using for most of your cover. You can usually shoot through that pretty easily. But for this first area, or at least the first wave, between your Marines lobbing grenades and the Arbiter with a plasma cannon, you should be in pretty good shape.
Stop stealing my kill.
Now, I've personally found that the plasma rifle seems to have a better effect in this area as opposed to the plasma pistol, because the brutes tend to take off as soon as they see the plasma pistol. But the plasma rifle can wear down their shields pretty quick, and again, once their armor is off, it won't be coming back. Again, for now, let your Marines handle it with grenades, and the Arbiter will be providing plenty of support with the plasma cannon.
This could be a trap. Here it comes. Found him.
Okay, looks like Wave 2 has just arrived. As you can see, they can dodge the plasma pistol pretty easily. Kind of like with the motor pool battle, the best way to use the plasma pistol against them is when they think they're hiding behind the crate, but there's still a piece of armor or weapon sticking out.
Something's wrong. Found one. Here it comes. Eat leg.
Usually by the time Wave 2 rolls around, your Marines will be dead, and Arbiter will be shooting at the wall. No, but eventually he'll start fighting back again. At the very least, to provide a pretty good distraction, but the plasma cannon also drains the brute shields very quickly, just like the plasma rifle. Only because it has some distance on it, Arbiter will be more prone to stay back rather than just kind of run out and commit suicide. Now, thanks to the deployable cover on the right, you don't have a whole lot to worry about in terms of retaliation from the brutes. They really can't reach you from there unless they boost up to the platform where the Arbiter is. I'd also like to mention that you don't want to walk out in front of the Arbiter either. Since he likes to shoot at crates and other things that really don't matter, don't be surprised if he starts shooting at you. Hopefully you also brought a regen here as well. You may need it halfway through the battle. If not, there is one upstairs across the platform, but you won't be able to access it till after the battle's over. And it looks like Wave 3 is here now as well. And of course, if you're not exactly sure whether or not the brutes are hiding, you'll be able to tell that the battle's over when the Pelican descends. Now, you won't have to necessarily kill every single one. Quite often in this area, the jump jet brutes will commit suicide by accidentally boosting off the platform and into a pit. You can usually hear them when they die. It sounds just like it would if you shot them with a plasma pistol, just like that. And they just wouldn't return. of course, as you can see right there, it's